stars. The lights, they shine. Do you love the arts? Well, you've come on time. We have the music, the stories, the performances, all creatives. But shh. At 11:11 we pause. A moment of inspiration so your soul can glow. Then back to the spotlight. Center stage.
Woo! Oh, welcome back, guys.
Welcome to Center Stage, where the stage is always centered around our guest. How are you, everyone?
Good. Oh, fair to partly cloudy.
Welcome to Florida. It's always sunny with a chance of rain, even when you're in Bougie Raton, as we are.
As we are.
Today we have a special guest.
So exciting.
So exciting because, and I always say special guest because, you know, in my eyes, everybody is very special. However, this is a very special guest because I always call him Monsieur Jacques. His name is Michael Jacques, which is very French. Hello, Michael.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
How are you?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi, Michael. Welcome.
So, Michael. So Michael is an actor, a musician, a professor, a filmmaker.
Writer.
Keep going.
But
wait, there's more.
Yeah,
There's more.
Yeah, that's basically...
A visionaire, a man of many trades, and
men of many talents.
Okay.
Oh, did I say trade? Okay, a man of talented trades. Yeah.
As well as an acting coach extraordinaire.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm an acting arts guy, so...
You do everything. Almost.
Yeah, I try to do it well, if I can. You know, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know, Michael, that's one thing that stood out to me when I first met you. Like, but it comes out wrong, but I can see how you're a perfectionist, but perfectionist in the most beautiful way, as any artist would be. You know, like Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo, they were perfectionists in their craft.
Right.
And I see that's how you are as well.
Yeah.
It's not this case, don't you think?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what are you working on right now?
Depends on what topic. Well, I'll get right to what I'm doing. In July, I'm going to be directing in a film that I wrote, and I'm bringing in all my heavy hitters from Los Angeles, and you know, I got name, talent in the scene, and script, and the whole bit. So yeah, it's going to be my segue into that.
And what's the genre?
That's sort of a psychological thriller, without being, you know, too tropish. You know.
Tropish.
Yeah.
I never heard that
Are you
word.
filming it down here?
Yeah.
Too tropist. What is tropist?
Just redundant things that have been done. You know.
The tropist. Yes,
They're
I'm gonna
called
start using
tropes,
it.
actually, tropes.
The tropes. How do you spell? Okay.
T-R-O-P-E.
Oh, very simple. I play a lot of bananas these days, so I'm going to use that word. And so, did you write this?
Yes.
So you wrote this whole script. You're putting together a whole film for it. Are you acting in it?
No.
You're directing it.
Yes. And I'll tell you why I'm not acting in it, because it's so tempting for me to, in terms of vanity, to say, oh, I want to act in my own film. But in terms of marketing strategy, that's a bad idea. I need to put somebody in the lead so I get a name talent. I get a celebrity in the lead so I can market the film. Because without a celebrity, to independent local filmmakers, if you don't have names in your film, it really isn't going to go anywhere. Yeah. You're not going to get distribution or anything. So, you know, you have to be strategic. You have to really think about it. It's a business. And you can go in from a point of vanity, which a lot of people do, or you can go and be like I'm doing, which is strategic. Okay, what do I need to do? Here I am, you know, in the mall of life, you are here. How do I get there? I got to be strategic.
That's interesting what you're saying, because in the world of art and film, you know, there is a business side to it, which you're talking about, because this is all strategy, and what you're doing is a way to market the film and actually make make money from it.
I'm not looking to make money.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking to open up a door and an avenue for legitimate work. You know, I mean, and guys, if I may, where's my main camera? Here, am I here?
Yes.
For your viewers, I'm not going to apologize for my opinions, but I'm going to give them to you, and hopefully you align with me. If not, well. But the point that I want to say about filmmaking is so many people go at it entirely the wrong way. You know, my film's on Amazon, or my film's on, you know, whatever. Well, great, so is everybody and their brothers. You know, you're not making any money. You're making $5. The way I want to do it is, and I don't want to give up too much of my strategy, because I don't want to give a blueprint on what I'm going to do and everybody says, I'm going to do that too.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of strategic moves and a lot of well thought out things. Vanity is not the purpose. Income is not the purpose. The purpose is to make something strategic so that 4 or 5 years from now, I'm making legitimate films in a big market with big budgets. That's what I'd like to do, you know? Hey, everybody's got a dream, right?
And listen, a dream is a wish your heart makes. When you're fast asleep, have faith, and soon you'll find that the dream will come true. That's Cinderella.
Is it? Okay, all right.
But
I just saw it yesterday.
Are you gonna cameo yourself in the movie?
I think I might. Yeah, I might do a very brief, like 1 to 2 second.
Like an Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, just a,
Yeah.
just kind of a,
Yeah.
you know.
it is a psychological thriller.
It is, but it's very character driven and straightforward.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's very exciting what you're saying. It's very. What's the name? Are you allowed to tell me?
Yeah, it's called Rose Ruby or Ruby Rose. I have to figure out my working title. I think there's an actor named Rose Ruby or Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose.
So I got to
Yeah.
find out if that's
Yeah.
going to be some sort of
Wasn't
weirdness.
it the murder? The mother or the daughter who murdered her mother or something? Or is that?
Well, I think there's an actor.
Rose
There's
Grace.
an actor she's very famous.
Yeah.
And that's her name.
There's something going
So I
on
may have
right
to flip
now
my
with-
title to avoid.
Yeah. That's,
You
But
know,
it
I
says
don't
a
want-
lot. Like ruby is like the color of red.
Yes.
So you see that, and then rose is something beautiful, but ruby rose, but it's psychological thriller. Ooh, I get the chills. My imagination got the best of me. Okay.
So would you consider yourself an actor director or a director actor? Of course, in this one, you're a director first.
Great question. I am a artist, an acting coach, musician, all of that. That's the world I live in now. I've also authored a ton of award-winning screenplays. So I've been winning a lot of awards, and that is also done strategically. I'm giving up the goose here for you guys at okay, but I feel like, and I'll say this much, you got to write them. You can write them, but that doesn't mean they're going to win awards. I've been writing for years, so everything for me has been sequential. Okay, here I am. How do I get to where I need to be now? Where do I want to go from there? I have to be very strategic about things. I have no illusion or delusion of grandeur. I don't. I know exactly. Point A leads to point B.
That's the best place to be. You know where you're going. You know where you want to go.
Absolutely.
And where you're headed.
So if I'm pushing out a film, and I've checked off all the boxes. It's SAG signatory, blah 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 blah. I got my stars. I got every. And so in my project, I've surrounded myself with the best people that I can find. I'm going to do my job as a director and a writer, and you do your job as.
Right.
And that's the symbiosis. I think a lot of sets down here miss that. They're not surrounding themselves with people and allowing them to do what they do best. I'm real good at delegating. And I wrote a ton of scripts. I probably have written about 50 screenplays.
Wow.
And yeah.
Wow.
But the only way you do it, you just write.
Yeah.
Right.
You just-
So
yeah.
first thing in the morning, I get up, and when I'm writing something, and I write. Oh, I'm not feeling it today. Oh, I'm not feeling inspired. Well, right.
Yeah, you just
And-
got to keep doing
Really?
it consistently.
Like an
absolutely.
exercise.
Yes.
It's like
Absolutely.
Wow.
You're not going to, what's the famous line from Fried Green Tomatoes? The sun doesn't shine on the same dog's ass every day. So, you wake up in the morning, maybe you're feeling, oh, I got this, I'm ready to go. But 99% of the time you're not.
Right.
And then you get it done. And then you can go back and architect once you get it done.
Exactly.
It's funny you brought up the fried green tomatoes because that's been on my mind lately. And the acting and the storyline is so powerful. And tell me something, what are you seeing in today's world of film that you've analyzed or you noticed? What's your opinion?
Oof. Where do we start on that one?
I don't know, but because listen, well, for those of you that don't know, we're all from the 1900s, so
1800s. But I've been
wow,
around.
you're ancient.
So that's why I've been written so many screenplays. I've been around since 1860.
One
But,
every
yeah,
6
right. I have to
years.
evolve as I write, right? Well, they use electric things now. But yeah, so
Typewriter.
I wrote all these screenplays. I put them out there into specific contests that I want to try to make some noise. And again, it's strategic. It's not the sense of vanity. I'm presenting a film to hopefully bigger markets, and I know they're going to do their research. So if they like that and they contact me, I can say, we can go here. We've got all this. This has won 10 awards. This one's won 8. Where do you want to go? Sci-fi, drama, heartfelt emotion. So everything I think in this business needs to be strategic, especially, for me as an older artist, an older actor. I'm already a victim of ageism, and it is true. It happens. I mean, it's a fact in this business. I'm going to be 65 in October, and you get put out to pasture when you're that age. So
you get what?
Put out to pasture.
Put out to
Like a horse.
pasture.
Yes, like out.
Yeah,
know.
but
Wow,
hopefully
really?
that's changing, and
I
people
think
like
so.
you are helping to make the change.
It's funny. I did an audition yesterday for a film, and the audition was annoying because they were asking me questions that just, it was sort of a Q&A audition for this film. And the questions were completely not in alignment with what I think about anything. So I sort of was resentful when I was answering them, But again, it was that fool's playground of as ifs, what ifs, all that stuff. But yeah, I don't want to.
They were asking. Okay.
No, we can go there. That's
Yeah,
fine.
they
I
were
don't wanna
asking
bore
you
guys.
questions. No, it's super interesting to me.
Yeah,
We're all actors.
yeah.
I mean, Frank is a wonderful writer as well. But yes, go tell us a little bit more about your commentary on that.
Well, I feel like this. I feel like this. And if there's anybody out there in your audience that subscribes to that, reach out and contact me. I can walk you through a lot of stuff. But, I'm very aware of what I am and who I am. I have like I said, I don't have any delusions at this point, and I've had a personal journey that I won't get into, but it's been challenging to say the least. And going through these kind of personal things that you go through, it kind of opens up your mind to, I think, a grounded awareness of the self.
Isn't that amazing how life takes its turns and then it just kind of puts you back into where you need to be at? I always say that, like, the hurdles in life, the speed bumps, the things that get in the way, the blocks, are always an opportunity for greatness ahead.
Yeah.
And look where you are today.
Right.
Excuse me. And look at where you are today. I mean, wow, fantastic.
Yeah, he's on our show.
Yeah, exactly.
No better place to
No
be.
better
You
place to
made it.
be.
You made it. If you are on, yes, right.
So I think in terms of film, and to get back to that, from what I'm reading up, and I was listening to an interview on NPR the other day with somebody from Hollywood, and they were point counterpoint, and they were talking about the Paramount Warner merger and how it really is not good for us as actors.
It was a huge, yes.
It's not.
It's
not
not?
good. No.
Why? Tell me.
What's that?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and what it does is it starts just
She
narrowing
said,
the playing
do you have a
field
mic?
more and
It
more.
was consolidation.
Yeah, just the consolidation of the industries and narrowing it down and having so few players is just really detrimental. I mean, like, you're already up against a lot. It's already very competitive, but then instead of having 10 options, now you have 2.
Yeah.
And
It's like,
And you know what else, Kimberly? The thing that they were saying on the show, which is so accurate, the lip service that the studios are giving the public, like coming this fall, that kind of crap. And they read off what their new and bold, this part 3, this part 7, this part 8. So they were basically pointing out this merger is accomplishing nothing. It's just a greed merger. Just to, they're not putting out any kind of quality, and they were also mentioning back when streaming services first got started, they were mentioning that the studios were going out and finding and developing projects, and they're not doing that anymore.
Right.
So everything's changing.
What's your take on AI?
I was just about to step into that. I understand that the Val Kilmer movie just got released.
Yeah, right.
Val
Personally,
Kilmer,
I think
didn't
there's
he
a
pass
funny
away?
thing. I think it was, AI. Val sold his image and rights to be used in AI. But I think, honest to God, guys, I think it was a gigantic middle finger to the industry from Val. I do. I get a kick out of it. Because he got sick, and they wrote him off. And he became sort of this mean-spirited stuff in Hollywood. And I think that his saying, yeah, you can use my image to make money and da-da-da, even though posthumously, and I think it was just a real, to the business. I love that. I think AI, though, I have a lot of opinions about it. I do think anybody that's involved with vertical platforming right now, which the Screen Actors Guild is getting involved with as well.
Okay.
For those that don't know, if you don't know, vertical platforming is a series filmed for a very young, like a teen market, and they're shot on a cell phone.
Yes.
And they're like a minute long.
Yeah, and they're
horribly
huge
written,
on
horribly
TikTok.
acted. Oh yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah.
They're just,
But that's the fad right now. That's what's banking.
Here's what I think. Anybody that's investing in that right now, acting, agents, whatever, I think you're in for a rude awakening, because I really feel that in about less than 2 years, most of those actors are going to be AI actors. The kids are consuming it on a phone. You're not interested in art, and you're not interested in cinema. You're just not. You're watching something for thrills on a phone. It's a kid's attitude. So I feel whether it's an AI actor or a real actor, I don't think the consumer is going to care. And if I'm a producer, I can just do some code, and I got my hit series. I don't have to pay insurance. I don't have to pay overtime. I don't have to do craft service. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I just, AI, write me a script for a vertical platform. Okay, create me 2 actors for this. Okay, boom. Put them in a scenario. Okay, edit it down to 1-minute episodes. I want 30 of them. Literally, it would take them 20 minutes and it's done. I do believe this is coming. So I think
It already is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's right on top of us and we're not paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah. So how
But
can
I
we?
think you're going to have major motion pictures that are all AI.
Absolutely. You got Val Kilmer starring
But
in a
I'm
film
saying
from the grave.
you're going to have not just CGI in the background and green screen. You're going to have fake actors, fake scenes,
Fake
fake everything.
Fake everything. You
And
know
it
what?
costs the studio zero.
So let me play counterpoint on this one for us, because I had this discussion the other day. You'll like this one, Kimberly. So everybody was getting up in arms about the Val Kilmer film, and my initial response was, all indignant about it, like everybody else. But then I thought, so if I watch Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart, isn't that the same thing? I'm watching a film, and he's been dead for what, 60 years?
Wow.
So, isn't it the same thing?
It's the same thing, but the only difference being is now in the future you're going to have you could possibly have new films with John Wayne,
Oh yeah, you will.
Humphrey Bogart,
You will.
Marilyn, you're going to have, it's going to,
But I ask, really, what is the difference between that and watching something they've
Nothing.
done? Right. So there's a quagmire there that I think needs
the
to be
only
addressed.
difference being is you're going to put a lot of actors out of work.
Absolutely. Human,
Live actors, you're going to put live actors. You're going to put live actors out of
you know
work
what I've
because live
noticed?
actors are not going to be doing the film that the fake actors are doing.
You know what I've noticed though, keeping on my finger on the pulse of trending, I'm seeing a lot of breakdowns and a lot of well-known actors going back to the theater. So I see that happen.
Yeah.
Right.
People coming out to the theater because one of the things about AI, one of the things that AI has done, which I find wholly interesting, is that made by human is now like a niche. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You have
The
to understand
organic
there's a
product
flip
is like
point.
they literally like they put GMO on products.
Right.
Like made by humans is now
That's
a
what I
niche
call
market.
it. Didn't they
Yeah.
send you a
So-
song that was like it was GMO song?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a song
An AI song.
on Okay.
It was good. No, but I don't think that. I think that there's AI is entertaining, right? And it's informative and it's fast. But AI is not human. And I think that part of that whole made by humans thing is a testament to the fact that we're not going to lose actors like that. There is an element that acting as a human person, AI cannot replicate. So I beg to differ on that. I think as far as like backgrounds and stuff like that and having more dynamic scenery, yes, because I have seen the trend where the actors are on the backdrop of like gray screens and stuff like that. But I don't think that we're going to lose so much actors work. And I think that trend that's people going back to stage will continue. I think it's a beautiful thing. People want to come out.
Absolutely.
We're also
Gen Z wants
missing
to
the
come
kids
out.
too. The thing that we haven't talked about. I have kids in middle school, and they do not like. They've pulled and they have moved away from the influencers that moved their videos with AI. They hated it, and it made those individuals who made it, they lost their following. It is a pro and con, and it depends on the niche. So also, I think the reason why people are moving so much into in person, and as you were stating, the theater, is because you can feel the emotions, and you can't get that with AI. And that is one of the biggest also major shifts that we're noticing with individuals, is they're becoming more awake of who they are. That very essence is what you can feel. You can't feel that with AI.
That's right.
So never forget that.
And if you're there for the
Okay.
art, you'll be able to tell the difference.
Right.
You know.
So we're going to have a little bit more on that and maybe some real live acting right after our commercial break.
We'll be right back.
At 11:11 we pause. With a deep breath, close your eyes. Breathe in slowly. Imagine a gentle wave rolling towards the shore. As you exhale, picture the stillness at the crest of the wave. Breathe in the love in your heart. Exhale and release all your love to the extremities. At 11:11, remember peace begins with the breath. Love begins with the heart. And kindness is the gift we can all share. And that center stage, brought to you by Sea Sirens.
Discover the books of Frank A. Ruffalo, an internationally acclaimed author and accomplished screenwriter with IMDb credits. From the gripping Jack Stenhouse series to inspiring faith-based adventures, Frank A. Ruffalo delivers stories that captivate, thrill, and uplift. Whether you crave suspense, action, or a journey of spirit, his books bring unforgettable characters and powerful storytelling to every page. Get your copy today at frankaruffalo.com or amazon.com or AMP Media Studios. Don't just read a book. Experience the world of Frank A. Ruffalo. Get your signed copy today.
This is Smoke Barbecue. We're located in Fort Lauderdale at 3351 Northeast 32nd Street, Fort Lauderdale 33308. Our website is www.eatsmokebbq.com. It's EATSMOKEBBQ.com. You can order online. We also do catering for 10 to 10,000.
If you are looking to bring your family out to an incredible food venue, this is the place. We're at Smoke Barbecue in East Fort Lauderdale. Everything is amazing. You can see their faces on our crew, and the amount of food that they have taken down in about 15 minutes is absolutely unbelievable.
And we're still going. I can't talk, I'm eating.
And everything is coming. So here, let's eat.
Pia writes back.
So we're cool to do this.
We're cool to do this.
Okay, cool.
And we're going to do this.
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
We're going to have a little mini class on being an actor.
Have you ever done an acting class before, Frank?
No, I'm not involved with it either.
And he has no
But he's a great writer.
We need
He's
to
Yeah,
a
no
wonderful
desire to.
writer, so that's the
Well,
thing.
one of you guys are just going to have to be the man.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. It's only
What?
What?
This is dialogue.
You know, Harper, let me say this much. Are we live now?
Yep.
Yeah.
When I'm coaching scene work like this, and this is, I'll do a dog and pony trick for you guys on this one, but when we're coaching like this in class, men, women, it doesn't matter. It's
That's
dialogue.
true.
I look at it like notes of music. It doesn't have a specific. It's about
how you
finding the
deliver it.
emotion and finding the integrity of it. That's it. Male, female, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Really.
So Kimberly has been under your tutelage before, as we know, right?
Tutelage,
tutelage. Exactly what it was.
tutelage.
Yes,
I love it, darling.
I go and play.
Exactly.
So are we going to do it here? How are we going to do it?
Well,
we're
I
gonna-
can't move because I'm connected.
Okay,
We're
so
all
you're going to
connected
read
here.
for Will, and you're going to read for Skylar. So, and who's got my? You're going to read my action sequence, all the stuff on the top.
Here, Frank can read that because he's a writer, so he loves to do.
And then we'll just go through a little bit of it, and then I'll just coach a little bit of it.
Okay, great. I'm so excited.
So where are we starting?
Just top
I
of
don't
the
know where
action
you got.
sequence.
Oh, okay.
Will sits with Morgan. That?
Sure.
Okay. Right here. Will sits with Morgan.
Okay, you ready? Will sits with Morgan at the bar watching with some amusement as Chucky and Billy play bar basketball game where the players shoot miniature balls at a small basket. In the BG, occasionally we hear Chucky shouting, "Larry!" When he scores, Skylar emerges from the crowd and approaches Will.
Skylar. Who's Skylar?
You suck.
What?
I've been sitting over there for 45 minutes waiting for you to come talk to me. But I'm just tired now. And I have to go home, and I wasn't going to keep sitting there waiting for you.
I'm Will.
Skylar. And by the way, that guy over there is a real dick, and I just wanted you to know he didn't come with us.
Okay, so I'm going to step in. So what we do here is I have two actors reading. And it's not too far of a cry from, say, how somebody would read to a third grade class. So what we want to do is we have to find elements of truth in everything. Otherwise, it just sounds like somebody reading on a page, which is what it sounded like. So what the first thing I'm going to do is just break down the subtext. So your opening sequence, what are you actually saying? What is your subtext? And same thing for you, Lisa. What is your subtext? What are you actually saying?
I
That's
want
what
Will.
matters.
I'm Will. I'm Will.
No.
Yeah.
No. What are you actually saying?
I'm Will. What?
No. Can you read your opening line, please?
You suck. I've
What?
been sitting here waiting for you for 45 minutes to come talk to me. But now I'm just tired.
Right. Okay, so and your rebuttal to that is what?
I'm Will. I'm Will.
Let's keep going, guys.
Skylar.
So, right. So what are you doing to her? Like what are you
Can we
trying?
continue some dialogue?
She told
Skylar.
Skylar go.
And by the way,
Just keep reading, guys. I'll step in. when
that
it's
guy
time to
over
stop.
there is a real dick. And I just wanted you to know that he didn't come with us.
Yeah, I kind of got that impression.
Well, look, I have to go. Got to get up early and waste some more money on my overpriced education.
I didn't mean you. Listen, maybe.
Here's my number. Maybe we
Skylar
could go out
produces a
for
folded
coffee
piece of
sometime.
paper, offers it to Will.
Maybe we
Okay.
could go.
So, and I would say that this scene from this movie, this is not the sexiest scene we picked out. This scene is rather pedestrian, but the scene that I normally coach is when they're breaking up. That's a very impactful scene. But this is more just ancillary and dialogue, sort of moves you, gets you to where. This is the scene, I think, where Will goes up and has an argument with these frat
What movie
boys
is
at the
this?
bar.
How about them
Good
apples?
one.
No way. This
How
is
about
Google
them
Hunting?
apples?
Yeah, and that's a scene
yeah.
where he sort of rolls up on them and establishes his dominance intellectually. So this is a lead-in scene, but it's not really a hot sauce scene for me. But I will tell you this much. If I'm coaching actors on this, we have to discuss subtext. Not what am I saying, but why am I saying it? You know,
Yeah.
my name is Will, or, you know, or this or that. Or that guy across the bar is a jerk, and I just want to let you know. Everything is subtextual. And as an actor, when I'm coaching actors, if you don't know, let me step into some basics, real basic stuff. Don't try this at home. And, you know, you figure you have superimposition, as-ifs, repeat exercises, you have subtext, you have physicalities, you got breathing, you got environment, you got all these things going on. And as an actor, you have to learn how to flavor all of these things to create something that people on the other side of the camera or the stage actually wants to watch. Usually, you can lose your audience in a second if you don't hit it right. We go to a performance or we watch a film because we want to be moved. We want somebody to connect with us. We want to say, yes, that's how I feel. That's the purpose of all of it. It's just a means of expression. So what you guys were doing was reading, and that's okay, because whatever, a million reasons why. So what I would do with you guys, like I said, is I just break it down. We would start grinding, finding the truth in what you're saying and why you're saying it. And then there's different tenets of method acting. And I got to tell you guys, honestly, I've got a real love-hate relationship with method acting. I think it's become a dogma, and I think it's gotten ridiculous, most of it. Yeah, so, you know. May I say another thing that I really want to put this out there, just in terms of method acting, if I may.
Of course.
I say this all the time, and if you don't agree with me, call me out. I welcome it. If your teacher isn't named Lee Strasberg, if your teacher isn't named Sanford Meisner, if your teacher isn't named Uta Hagen, you are not studying the Meisner method, the Strasberg method, the Hagen method. You are not. Acting is specific to the coach and to his or her vibe. When they're gone, their technique and their skill and their class and their whole ism goes with them. Anybody else at that point is just simply mimicking an ism, and that is the most ridiculous thing. If you really look at it like that, it really is. So if you're studying a method with the Strasberg or this, you're throwing your money down the drain. You really are. Find somebody who has their own thought and their own belief system. Take it or leave it.
And that's what Kimberly fell in love with you for.
Do tell.
That's the moment I knew you were the one for me.
But no, really, I mean, our industry is rife with grifters and money grab, you know. And now, since everything's gone online, it's gotten epidemic levels.
What's your, because I'm working on comedy things right now, what is your take on that?
Comedy. I heard it was either Jack Lemmon or W.C. Fields. And he was on his deathbed, and his friend was sitting next to him in the deathbed, and he said, "My God, you're dying, and you're so..." And he reached out, and he grabbed his friend's hand. He said, "Dying is easy. Comedy, now that's hard." And he dies. That's comedy.
Wow.
That's what I think.
So unfortunately, we have to bring this to a comedic end.
All great things come to an end.
Thank you for having
Half an
me.
hour went by in a snap.
Right?
Crazy. Thank you for enlightening us, for
Thank you
sharing
for having
with
me
us.
and allowing me to just sort of,
we loved every
you know.
second of it. And I love our audience members, Kimberly and Anna. Thank you so
Great,
much for being
great
here.
participation.
Yeah.
Watch us on Center Stage on Facebook, and also subscribe to our Center Stage channel on YouTube, and you can catch all our shows.
Center Stage Fam, F-A-M for Frank, Alicia, and Michelle.
We are family.
See you
Center
soon,
Stage,
guys.
F-A-M, whatever. Anyways, with that said, please stay tuned because the Brooklyn Cafe is coming up, and we really appreciate you watching us, and thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here,
We are
Michael.
honored to have such a legacy right before our eyes, right on Center Stage.
Right on Center Stage.
Right
On Center Stage.
In the spotlight.
Thank you for watching Center Stage.